S550 front engine mounts. About the quickest way I would say I did it. Start off, I went under there, took off all the shields, all the splash shields that cover like all the way from the transmission all the way up to the front, even the little piece right up under the front bumper because the subframe screws there. And after take all that off, the first thing you're gonna do is, I guess you can start taking the struts loose. I pulled the lines out of the little holder right here on the side where it used to be just for slack, so they kind of go down in there. But I still like let a little air out the shocks just so they wouldn't be inflated, like hanging like this. After that, take the upper control arm bolt out right there at the ball joint. Make sure all these lines back here behind the shock out of the snap line so it'll have all the slack it need. Do that on both sides. It's in the same spot on both sides. Once you did that, you come over here and I did it before, but you gonna want to take the the exhaust off because I'm kind of going out of order. But take the whole exhaust off. I had to take it all the way back to right here about the middle of the car. It had them little kind of clamps on it, one welded, and at the top you see it got these two screws here on both sides, 13 millimeter, had long extension swivel neck, you can get to it. um Once you do that on both sides, take the exhaust down. Oh, the exhaust, the plugs, the connectors for the O2 sensors way up here. Was heck trying to get them unplugged to get it down. It really ain't enough room to unscrew the oxygen sensor. On the passenger side, it was. That's what I had to do. But on the driver's side, I just had to keep messing with it till I got it to come loose. But it's way up there. So you gonna have to, you know, fiddle with that before you drop it all the way down, so you won't break the wires or something, and then it's just another problem you're gonna have. After that, take the steering shaft bar off. Let's see, got it loose right here. It got a little alignment thing right there on top, if you can see the little thing that kind of stick out, the red tab. So you'll be able to line it back up. Shouldn't be too hard to put it back in the right spot. But yeah, take this whole shaft off. Both screws on here was a 13 millimeter. On one side, it got a nut, so you're gonna have to get like a 13 wrench to hold it still. Now, once you got the shaft off, you can look back here and kind of see what you got going. Now, I just took it out, but depending on which model you got, you go either have the one with the screw coming aside like this, or you gonna have the one the screw coming the top. But you gonna go at both of them about the same that I'm doing this. But this one got the screw on the side. I I had to drop the subframe down to probably about the last 2-3 screw turns on both sides. Um, I had enough slack. Didn't have to take nothing off the rack and pinion except for, like I say, that steering shaft. The shield that you see bent up right here. The only way you gonna get that mount out is to bend that up. You could bend it back down. Little screw go in it right there, and put the screw right back in it. Be good, but I guarantee you won't get it out without bending that thing all the way up, cause it need all the room. But once you get that subframe down, all you gotta do is go screw by screw, kind of crank it down, give it a couple threads to lock in, and go to the next one. Bring it down. You get you something up under it just in case. I mean, you feel like you'll go too far, just in case it don't drop. But if you just go slow like that, you should be straight. Then I think it was an E16 screw in the top. And once you take that one screw out, come back up under here, like you see where it's set at the top. Look under the car in the same spot, and it'll have like a 13, a little short screw. It only got two screws. And take them two out, and, and you're gonna have to like wiggle it around. You know, whatever you got to do to get it up out of there. But if you got the subframe down about far as it'll go, and some under the engine to jack it up about how is it'll go, if you bend that splash shield, heat shield up, you should be able to get it out. And this the type it got in these. They got another kind with like just like the female end on the top and the bottom exactly like this. But on this one, I believe from like the 11 to 13 should have this style on it. And go back in like you took it out.